All right, look at these rascals I've run into here on the streets of Dedham. Squeeze a little closer there. Put your coffees together. Of course, Mark Randazza and Mr.
John Matus.
Matus. I always mispronounce your name. I appreciate
It's
the
okay,
help there.
everyone does.
These are the guys. In fact, as we look around, we'll just a little pan around a little bit, are responsible for the ability for these folks to hang here.
It's either our
And
fault or our doing,
yeah,
depending on how you look
I
at
think
it.
most people you talk to here would say you're to be credited. So, first of all, what are you doing in town? And you're looking way too overdressed.
Erica Walsh had a hearing today, again, for wearing a shirt that said "Criminals Control Norfolk County," which she's already had charges dismissed for that before. And we've also won a federal court injunction that says that that is absolutely protected speech. But, here we are again because, KGB is going to KGB, right?
So, for those who may not remember, Erica Walsh, first of all, accosted but not arrested, not in custody for her first use of the free speech, wearing that shirt. And then the second time, they actually arrested her, which.
Right. And then there was another charge too.
Now, the nice thing about that shirt, I don't know the guy that runs it. I don't get any commission on this, but Microdots sells that shirt, and he's selling a special Mark Randazza edition. Yes, so plug for Microdots. Thank you very much.
He does some amazing work. Yes, there's so many folks who do that kind of work behind the scenes. They don't want any notoriety. They don't want their faces shown, and it's just part of this bizarre movement. It's a very unique situation.
This is just look. This is patriotism in action. I don't care. I don't care if people are out here protesting for her or against her. Personally, I was very agnostic on the whole thing when it first started. In fact, I was a little suspicious of the Free Karen Reed movement because I thought, come on, the cops aren't really going to frame somebody. The government wouldn't be that crooked. Then they started arresting journalists, and they started
I
arresting
recall.
protesters. And you know what? A government that's arresting protesters and arresting journalists is a government that's afraid of something. It's a government that's got something to hide. So the one thing that they did to break my belief that they're on the up and up is that. So if you want to destroy confidence in your system, destroy confidence in your honesty, crack down on journalists and protesters. Well done, Norfolk County.
One last note on that T-shirt of Eric Walsh's. That was specifically allowed. Now, you can come into the zone here, putting down the overall corruption in the area, but just don't say Free Karen Reed. That's odd.
Yeah, that was specifically stated in the federal court order. And so the fact that we had a hearing today basically charging her again for wearing that T-shirt or that sweatshirt shirt in the zone was, in our opinion, very
I think it's
ridiculous.
contempt of court. But, we'll see how it all plays out. At the end of the day, as long as the First Amendment is preserved, I don't really need to make a bigger stink than that. But
And I have renamed this area the First Amendment Zone.
well, it should
That's
be.
good.
You know what? I think you may have drawn the border a little too narrowly, though. This area, by what you mean, is from here to the coast, to the other coast, to the border. There is no such thing as a First Amendment free zone. I recognize that the federal court so far has said they have a problem with you wearing something that says Free Karen Reed or FKR here. I do not accept that, and we are.
It's ridiculous.
I'm not saying that. We're not saying, hey, good enough for government work. I don't work for the government. I work against the government, so it's never good enough. All right.
What's important to note, though, that the way they could have dragged their heels with appeals, and you guys did a good job of crafting at least, a kissing your sister kind of compromise here, right? And so it's far better than what it was.
It's far from perfect, but it's got a lot of fairness in it, and we can see it right here. All these people letting their voices be heard about what they feel about these proceedings without trying to influence them. I think that's what the First Amendment is about. The First Amendment is not a zone; it's a right, and it's a constitutional right. And Mark is right. It's not just for one area of protest. It's from it's
think
all
I'm
50
right?
sides. No, not really.
One of these days, I'm gonna learn what I'm doing.
I've got that on record.
One
Yeah.
of these
So
days,
Not
I'm
under
gonna-
oath,
I'm
not
gonna
under
figure out what
oath.
I'm doing. I'm
I could be
faking it till I make it.
the default position should not be shut the hell up.
Correct. And that's, it's funny, now that I'm getting a little older and I find myself to be older than the judges, I start to wonder, what happened at your law school that you don't get this? Now, some of them, obviously get it. The judge in here for Erica's first hearing, looked at everything, dismissed it all right then and there. I mean, we do have some good judges, and then we've got some that, hopefully I can teach. Because I look at judges more as students. Because,
Waiting for you to give them the education they deserve.
well, that's, I mean, I say that without any disrespect for them. When you have a judge sitting there, that judge might be handling, an employment discrimination case in the morning, and an immigration case in the afternoon, another case after that, and they don't necessarily handle First Amendment cases all day. Meanwhile, what do? The moment I wake, oh, there he is. The moment I wake up till the moment I go to bed. First Amendment. So, Mr. Grant, the face of the case here.
Right.
So
Forever, he will be the named plaintiff.
everybody wants to shake my hand about the fact that everybody can be here. Mr. Grant, it is Grant versus the Trial Court of Massachusetts. So, this is him. This is history in the flesh.
No, look at this. Like we couldn't even walk. He couldn't even have a camera out walking up just a few weeks ago. You couldn't. You got walking by 4 times.
Yep.
It's insane. And now everyone's up. Camera on here.
Well, Grant fought the law and Grant won.
There you go.
The way he showed his daughter, that was all.
Well, we appreciate all the work, guys, and enjoy your iced coffees there, and
Yeah, I know. I need a
and keep-
severe caffeine deficiency.
keep up the good fight.
Did they say what time they break for lunch?